Across ancient civilizations, humans described gods descending from the sky, rising from the sea, and walking among them. These beings were not always kind. They demanded sacrifices, punished cities, destroyed armies, and shaped the world through violence and fear. But what if these gods were not divine at all? What if they were misunderstood, advanced, or simply dangerous creatures that early humans could not explain? Throughout history, gods have been described with physical bodies, specific habits, weaknesses, and even deaths. That alone makes one thing clear. These gods behaved less like timeless spirits and more like living beings. The Anunnaki, the ones who came from the sky. The Sumerians described the Anunnaki as gods who descended from the heavens and genetically altered humanity to serve them. They were taller than humans, stronger, and lived much longer lives. They needed gold, resources, and labor. This sounds suspiciously biological. If they were gods, why did they need materials? Why did they eat? Why did they reproduce? Why did they die? Ancient tablets even describe conflicts among them, power struggles, betrayals, and wars. Not divine behavior, but political behavior? What if the Anunnaki were not gods, but a highly advanced non-human species that visited Earth long ago? Two early humans, any technologically superior beings, would not be seen as travelers. They would be seen as gods. Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent. In Mesoamerican mythology, Quetzalcoatl was a flying serpent god who descended from the sky and taught humans agriculture, writing, and science. He was described as physical, luminous, and capable of flight, a flying reptilian being. That description alone matches no known animal, but it does match many ancient sightings of sky serpents recorded across the world. Chinese dragons, flying snakes in India, winged serpents in South America. Different cultures, same creature type. Coincidence? Or the same species remembered under different names? Sobek, the crocodile god in ancient Egypt. Sobek was worshipped as a crocodile-headed god of strength and chaos. He lived in the Nile, controlled floods, and demanded offerings. But crocodiles were not symbolic in Egypt. They were real. They were massive. They were deadly. Sobek may not have been an abstract god, but the deification of a terrifying apex predator humans could not control. A creature so powerful, it became sacred through fear. When humans cannot defeat something, they worship it. Tiamat, the dragon of chaos in Babylonian mythology. Tiamat was a monstrous dragon-like being who embodied chaos itself. She gave birth to monsters, fought wars against the gods, and was eventually killed. Notice something important. She was born, she fought, she died. Those are not spiritual traits. Those are biological traits. Tiamat may represent not chaos, but an ancient apex creature from humanity's earliest memory, later mythologized into a cosmic threat. Dagon, the fish god. The ancient Philistines worshipped Dagon, a being that was half man and half fish, rising from the sea to teach civilization. This is one of the earliest amphibious god stories. But why a fish? Why scales, gills, and fins? Why would a spiritual god need biological adaptations for underwater life? Unless it wasn't spiritual at all. Unless it was aquatic. Set, the god of storms and violence. Set was not a god of love or wisdom. He was a god of destruction, storms, deserts, and murder. He killed his own brother. He ruled chaos. He lived in wastelands. Humans feared. Set behaved not like a moral force, but like a territorial predator. A creature associated with environmental destruction, violence, and isolation. He was not worshipped. He was feared. The pattern no one talks about? Across cultures, these gods share disturbing similarities. They have physical forms. They eat, fight, reproduce, and die. They demand resources. They are territorial. They are violent. They appear suddenly and disappear suddenly. This does not describe spiritual beings. It describes a species, perhaps multiple species. Ancient humans did not have the language for extraterrestrial, interdimensional, or prehistoric. So they used the only word that made sense: God. The final question: if a non-human intelligence visited Earth today, with technology beyond our understanding, with control over energy, weather, or biology, what would we call it? A god? The only difference between ancient gods and modern aliens is the century in which they appear. And that means the question is not, did gods exist? But what exactly were they?